Hi, my name is Karen and welcome back to Pink Planet. Today I'm going to share with you one of the two of my everyday carries which go with me in my purse almost all the time. Last time around I shared with you my A5 Filofax original in the color Stone. This is my work planner, so I don't always carry it with me, although it does go in my work tote every day. But even on weekends, these two usually go hand in hand. Today I'm going to share with you take a look at the Chic Sparrow Outlander in the color purple. I have finally set it up. In my very first video ever, I did an unboxing of this, and I now have it ready to go, and I'll share that with you in just a second. The next time I do a video, I will be sharing with you this one, and this is my main personal planner. In this I track my fitness, my health, family birthdays, events, things coming up, notes, random thoughts, projects, tasks, future planning. What am I missing? Oh yeah, college. I've gone back to school recently, and I track my homework assignments in here, see what's coming up, etc. That I'll share with you next time around. And one of the other videos that I'm going to do in the not so distant future is not only a look at the planner that I use regularly, but I'm going to share with you exactly how it is that I plan. I'll share with you a flip through first of the planner, but then I'm going to share with you something. I know a lot of people, a lot of videos, and a lot of people that I follow online are absolutely enamored with David Allen's getting things done, and I really like what he says, and I like his book in terms of, you know, being able to manage one's time really well and effectively and efficiently. In addition to sharing with you my planner setup, at some point in the near future I'm going to share with you how I plan, and it primarily goes to, this is my dog Bella. We also call her Beelzebub because she's got a very big mouth and she can be very obnoxious, although she's very cute. Thank you, Bella. You're awesome. But anyway, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I discovered this book years and years ago, early 90s. That's how old I am, when I was a young mother back then. And I found it really, well, first of all, I'm in love with self-help books, so I was drawn to this book immediately. But what he says about life management is really important. I not only want to, you know, when I'm using my planner, I not only want to get things done and get them done efficiently, but at the end of the day, or at the end of my life, I want to be able to look back and say that I spent time on the things that were, oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, thank you, Bella, for demonstrating. I wanted to be able to look back on my life and say that I spent it on the things that matter most and not on the things that matter least, just because they were flaming urgent. As Bella is demonstrating, sometimes, you know, life is not a neat trajectory. We can plan to do one thing and then other important things crop up in the meantime. So, that said, I guess we'll take a look at the planner. Let's take a look on the inside of the Chic Sparrow Outlander in the color Prince. Thanks, Bella. Okay, so these are the two planners that I currently am using. I guess you could say they're my everyday carry, but that's not entirely true. This particular planner right here would be my everyday carry. This is the planner in which I plan. This is the planner in which I keep track of things that I have to do, that I keep track of projects and where I'm at with projects, some basic information like contact information, etc. And also just my regular appointments that might be in there and scheduling and that sort of thing. So it's overall general planner. For me personally, I had also already done a video on my work planning, and that's a whole other video which I'll post the link to below. Before I get into this particular planner here, because it has a lot in it, I'm going to share with you the other part of, I guess it's not really my personal carry, but I use it every single day, or that is the intention at least. This is the brand new planner that I had just gotten. It is the Chic Sparrow Outlander planner, or Outlander Traveler's Notebook rather, in the color Prince, which is a really beautiful purple color. I've never had an Outlander before, and the leather is definitely a very different texture. Even if you compare these two planners here, the texture of the Filofax Malden is very different. It's more, I know this is not a technical term at all, but when I think of certain types of planners, like some of my Chic Sparrows or the Malden, I think of things like saddle leather or leather jacket leather. That's what kind of comes to mind for me, the traditional, what I would consider leather. This is much more, I don't know, perhaps like certain types of boots. Kind of a very, 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 very smooth, almost vinyl-y feeling leather. Also not a very technical term. I'm not familiar with what the proper terminology is for leather, but that's just how I perceive it. So let's take a look at what I do have in here that I do, or that I intend to use every day. That's the goal, at least. That's the dream. So the size here is B6 Slim. I have found, after owning a couple of Chic Sparrows, that the B6 Slim seems to be the size that I really enjoy using the most. And quite frankly, as you notice, they're very, very similar to the personal Filofax. Anyway, I'm going to probably need to get I have an elastic clip somewhere in which I can put this pen, because the pen loop here is way too big, and I had just popped off the string and it slipped right out. This is one of those, I cannot pronounce it properly, Swarovski pens. Yes, I know that function is the most important part of planning and what one gets out of a planner, but I can't help but throw form in there. The reason I selected this particular pen for this particular traveler's notebook / journal is because of how well it matches with what I put inside. So I'll share that with you. I'll share that with you now. So when I open it up, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of a glare there. Here's just my Chic Sparrow plastic dashboard kind of thing, to protect the journal within. I have a little, yes, I am a complete, as you will discover over the course of the next several videos that I do, I am quite a bit of a nerd. And my work planner looks very, very different than this type of planner. I am, a long time ago, a guy that I dated ever so very briefly referred to me as a punk preppy, and I think that might be the best explanation. Some videos and some planners you will find I have a lot of flowers and teddy bears and things. All right, maybe not teddy bears, but I have a lot of, typical girly type things. Other planners, I don't know, I'm just way out there, and this might be one of those. This is an Ollie clip with stars on it. This came out recently, and I thought it matched this little journal that I had. I had printed out this particular quote here from Yes, Spock. History is replete with turning points. You must have faith that the universe will unfold as it should. And there's just a picture here, probably of the American Southwest, which I also am in love with, and the Milky Way galaxy. This journal underneath, which I had taken the cover off of, is from some monthly box I had gotten a long time ago. It was just a simple black cover with some little stars on it, and underneath there was just a plain white circle where maybe the moon or a sun might be. I had these post-it notes that I had gotten recently from the Unemployed Philosophers Guild, I think is what the name of the thing is. I'll post it down below if you're on YouTube online, and I'll post a link to that. But it's the lunar post-it notes, and they're just little post-it notes that look exactly like the moon, and they fit absolutely perfectly where that circle was, so I stuck it there. Here's some more of those lunar post-it notes. Really cute and cool, and work very well with this particular planner. Just a couple of other post-it notes. I can't remember where I might have gotten this. It might have been another one of those boxes. I'm not sure, I don't remember. If anybody does know and it has a link to this, it could have been a boho berry box, I'm thinking, possibly. But anyway, little post-it notes in there. Really nice list. You can label it whatever you want to. I had mentioned in my work planner video, my husband's in a band, my daughter's in a band, and yes, I like promoting them, but also I couldn't help it, but the purples in this, and even the theme of the galaxy there, the theme works really, 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 really well with this particular journal, so I did not hesitate to stick his personal business cards up front. And I'll post a link to them as well. Yes, I am related to them. Yes, I am very proud of them, but I also really dig the music, and I think, quite frankly, even if I wasn't related to them, I would probably be listening to it. This particular planner journal, Traveler's Notebook, I'm really dedicating to my daily personal spiritual quest, just musings, that sort of thing. So the first section is dedicated to my vision board of sorts. It's kind of an old version of it. I haven't updated it recently, but I'll share with you what I do have. And yes, I also have in here some positive affirmations. Oh, I just noticed something else. A die cut, and I'll have to look up where I got that from. That was from one of the pink planners that I have. But anyway, this particular section here is my vision board. Oh gosh, it's now that I look at this and I'm thinking about posting this online in a YouTube video, it sounds so darn cheesy. But anyway, some of this is my affirmation, and then just visualizations, you know, obviously nice visualization affirmation. But that's a picture from, I believe it's Hobbiton in New Zealand, where they had filmed perhaps the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I want to go there someday, so that's a part of my bucket list / vision board. One day I want to, actually in a year, I would like to complete a sprint triathlon. This woman here, Hilary Biscay, she's kind of a hero of mine. She not only is I'm pretty sure she's a sprint triathlete, or not a sprint triathlete, she's a full triathlete as well, but she's also a vegan, and she inspires me. So, you know, just putting in pictures of things that I would aspire to, that I would like to become or work towards, and then just some affirmations threaded throughout. Here's some pictures of sprint triathlons and triathletes with some motivational quotes. A couple of motivational quotes sprinkled throughout again. Little bicycle paperclip. And then my goal weight, I know that's so random. Most people say 140, 150, I'm 137. And the only reason I wrote that down, that's just a ballpark guesstimate. The operative word too is healthy. Another long-term goal fantasy is to have a single family home, preferably in the mountains or out west. And yes, I would even like to possibly own a vacation rental. Not sure at this point. And possibly a beach rental. But I'm also not sure about that either. I may need to update this vision board. And that sticker is driving me crazy. Okay, traveling all over the world. I'd like to swim with dolphins. I just took some pictures that I had found and stumbled on that either, you know, seem to motivate me or have something to do with my bucket list. And my bucket list is in my everyday carry, which I'll share with you at some point. Horses. I was your proverbial girl who was in love with horses, but I had zero access to them growing up. And even now, sometimes I still enjoy riding. It just happens so very few and far between, but I would really love to add that to my bucket list to continue to horseback ride. Or to increase the amount of horseback riding I do, which right now would be actually horseback riding more than once a year. I want to be debt-free. That's another goal. This man, Leo Buscaglia, he was a professor, I believe, at USC a long time ago in the 70s. He had a very famous college course, and it was famous because it was rather unusual. It wasn't like physics, you know, or any of the traditional topics. It was on love, and that is how he got his fame. You may have heard of him. Sometimes they called him Dr. Love, but he was the first self-help book or motivational book I had ever read in my life. I stumbled on it when I was about 17 years old, and I fell in love with, you know, everything that he said about what we should aspire to, the importance of love, but also the importance of self-improvement. And it kind of led my diving into self-help literature and wisdom kind of began with that. And then Stephen Covey was the next person that completely inspired me as well. Just some other goals. These are old pictures from just some fashion things. This is almost like what a Pinterest board really is. Some travel goals. Oh, would that I could ever do this. I don't even know that they run this anymore, but that's the Orient Express. That's a serious fantasy. Just traveling all over the world and country. Some more motivational quotes. Inhale confidence, exhale doubt. Lord, do I need to read that every single day. I'm so full of doubt. Even doing this video right now, I'm completely full of doubt. And I know when I watch it afterwards, I'm just going to be cringing. But I just got to move forward and do it anyway. I love this quote too. If you don't make the time to work on creating the life you want, you're eventually going to be forced to spend a lot of time dealing with a life you don't want. You know, it is very true. Every day the world gives us choices. We have choices in every moment of every day about what we're going to do with any moment in the day. And what we make of it is all on us. Doesn't mean that life won't hand you bad things and good things that you didn't necessarily ask for, but what you do with those things is what counts. All right, that soapbox is over. So I still have some blank pages. Then this last little piece, just some random stickers. These are stickers that had come with a totally different order that I had placed, and they were just kind of like freebie stickers. I ended up adding them because they were really kind of cute and fit the planner. This next section is a monthly planner, month on 2 pages. I just put it back in this book. It was from when I used a B6 Slim Traveler's Notebook as my everyday carry. If you can see the vellum on here, it's really kind of cool. It's kind of iridescent, and I thought it kind of picked up with the entire star theme that I have going on. I'm going to put some pictures on Instagram which really highlight fairly well how cool and iridescent this is. Anyway, so I figured it couldn't hurt to have, you know, just a month on 2 pages in here. I like having a calendar and everything that I carry, even in my wallet. Next section is, what is it? Gratitude. Yeah, I'm gonna have a booklet back here just for gratitude. I wanna not only practice praying and meditating every single day, but focus on affirmations and visualizations, as I showed you earlier, and then also practice gratitude, because I have a tendency to get myself, especially you watch the news and you think about the future and you start to spiral down a very negative place, and I don't want to go there. You know, the changes that we have to make in this world and the changes that I want to make in my life require a much more optimistic outlook. So practicing gratitude can be a very powerful way to help change your thoughts from negative to more optimistic and more not only positive but empowering for yourself. Again, little post-it flags here from the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. This booklet comes from the Stinson Paper Company. I really like their inserts because they have really nice covers. I really like this, and it goes well with my little space theme of this book. Just some gratitude, my life, my education growing up, etc., my family. That's all I have there so far. This next section is prayer, meditation, musings, and thoughts. Also from the Stinson Paper Company. Pretty purple, that goes really well with this particular traveler's notebook. This is just going to be a place where, as I'm meditating or praying, or if I have any kind of prayer requests, I also keep that in my other planner. But things to reflect on or things that come up during prayer and meditation. I may jot down here inspirational quotes, etc. Anything along those lines. The other thing I'm going to share with you with the Stinson Paper Company here, please forgive the cheesy rubber band that I'm using currently as a jump band to add an extra book in here. Little string that holds together the little journals. I like that a lot better than paper, not paper clips, staplers, because sometimes the staples can rub on the rubber band of the traveler's notebook. And the last section is probably just going to be journal. I have more than one journal that I use. I have a very large journal that I like to use with a fountain pen because the paper in it flows real well, and if I have a lot of time on my hands to journal, then I use the larger one. But if I'm just in transit and something pops into my head and I feel like noting it or sharing about it, it's going to go in this Chic Sparrow little just little notebook, B6 Slim notebook. I also got just some scrap paper from Michael's, and it was really cool scrap paper, kind of, again, very iridescent. I popped it into the Chic Sparrow plastic divider, sheet protector thing. I just cut it down to size and popped it in there, and I don't know how well you can see it, but again, I'll post pictures on Instagram which show how really uniquely iridescent they are. It's kind of nice. Just a little quote too. I had gotten this from my purchase of my Erin Condren planner that I use for blogs. It just says, "Passion and purpose gives you progress." It also works really well with this little dashboard. That guy came just as a little freebie in some order that I placed. Could have been this order. I told you I'm a little quirky. Yeah. Anyway, that's just I thought it was going to be a very quick walkthrough. It didn't turn out to be as quick as I thought it would be. I was hoping to do maybe a 5 minutes on this one, but no dice. And see how beautifully this pen goes with my theme here, although it doesn't fit very beautifully in my very large Chic Sparrow pen holder. So I'm going to have to root through and dig up that other clip thing so I can put it in here. But that's it for now, and the next video coming up will be the actual planning everyday carry, which is this. And not in this video, I wouldn't do that to you guys. But one thing I do want to share with you, just as a preview, if you've stuck out this long, God bless you, I'm going to be sharing with you how I plan using the principles of the 7 habits, but I'll do a walkthrough of this first, and then I'll come back and I'm going to do a 7 habits kind of journey of how I plan using the 7 habits. Not just plan my week, but plan my month, my year, and hopefully plan my life so that I can achieve the things that I really want to achieve, and so that I can become, my best self. I think the 7 habits kind of planning and reflection is the best way to do that, or at least that's what I've discovered. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you hopefully soon.